Welcome to lesson 12, 14th of July, and it's a Monday. We're going to continue to build on, well, we want to just continue from lesson 11 where we were talking about playing chords. We were taking, if you remember, we were making triad chords, and the first chord was the C, E, G. It was made up of the 1, 3rd and 5th positions of the alphabetical arrangement. C, we missed out the D, E, we missed out the F, we took the G, so we end up with C, E, G. Same for these 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5. So we've just, basically a C chord is made up of C, E, G, but we're just going to call it a chord of C. A chord of F is made up of F, A, C. We're just going to call it an F chord. And a G chord is made up of G, B, D. We're just going to call it a G chord. Triad chords, 1, 3, 5. Okay, we're going to come to cover some of this that you can see here I've wrote in a minute. But I just want to show you these 3 chords played on the guitar, and I want you to experiment. Get your guitar out and start doing these. I'm going to explain on the strings how we make up the C, E, G and the F, A, C, but for now just put on a C chord there. If you're familiar with the C chord, then you won't have any problems there. I'm just assuming that you are familiar with this because I'm basically covering theory really here. But just to recap there, we're on the 2nd string, 1st fret there. We're on the, if you count 1, 2, 3, we're on the 4th string, 2nd fret. And here we're on the 5th string on the 3rd fret position. Now this top thick E string is within this chord. As you can see, it's here. The chord is made up of these, that's an E. But if you press it down with your little finger, it becomes, we start here, open string E, F, F sharp, G. So you can either leave it open or you can press it down. That's a chord of C. Now this is a chord, this is a bar chord of F. Back to C. Now that F chord, I just want to quickly show you how to do the F chord. Normally if you put on an E chord shape, an E chord shape is 1, 2, 3, you get the 3rd string, 1st position of the frets. The next one, you're going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, just the string above, and then the string above that. So you've got string 4 and 5 there. But you're going to change your finger positions. You're going to produce that same E, but you put your middle finger there, put that one above, and the little finger below. You've still got an E. My guitar sounds out of tune. Never mind, I'll tune it up later. I want you to move all them down 1 to there. Sounds awful, doesn't it? But I want you to put that 1st finger barred right across them strings. You can see the strings that are being pressed down now are these 3. We're really interested in pressing this down here, the 6th string at the 1st position and the 1st string there. Like that. That's the F, that's producing an F. It's pivoted from here. We're talking about this 6th string. When it's open, it's E. When it's pressed down there, it's F. So that particular shape, with that bar on, is given an F shape, an F chord. You may be more familiar with this. You're pressing a partial bar down with your 1st finger there on the string 1 and 2. Your next fret, next string, string 3 there, and then this finger here on your 4th string, 3rd fret. That produces another F. It's quite an awkward one to do that. And then a G, let's have a look. We've got second string there on the 3rd fret. You can actually put your little finger here and press this one down too if you want. And then 2nd fret there on this 5th string and on the 6th string there. So this is a G. You can do it with that little finger or you can do it with the little finger. So basically we want to play C chord, F chord, G chord. And when you get your guitar, just play C, then play an F, and play G. Maybe go back to an F, C, G, C, finishing on C. Just practice that. Just get your guitar out and do C, F, G in any particular order you want. I want to go on now to discuss what you might see. You'll see this quite often in books. Take for example here. See how these two are joined together? These here, I've separated these two here. They're called staves. These 5 lines together are called staves. You often see them joined together by this here. When they're joined together it's called a grand staff. It's generally for piano playing is this. When they're joined together there's 2. The top one is called, it's treble. This is for your higher notes on a piano. And the bottom one is for your lower notes. Now the dividing line between the 2 on a piano is your middle C here. And that is here, wrote here. So we could go C in between D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D and so forth up. And the ones leading up to middle C here. Alphabetically we'll start from a B, say B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. The C is wrote in between them. They both share that middle C, but I'm going to rub it out because in music it's generally wrote separately. There'll be one here and there'll be one there. It's both exactly the same middle C. Now it may not seem to have much significance to guitar playing just at the minute and it might seem a bit complicated. Do not be put off. Let's have a look here. This shape, you often see this shape on music notation. This is music notation. You know that because it's got 5 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've done it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is the top half, the high notes. This one is the bottom stave for the low notes. This symbol here represents the high one, the high notes, and this symbol here represents the low notes. This is called a bass clef. This is called a treble clef. And the positions we put them on here, take for example there, that is also, it's a treble clef, but it's also called a G clef. Let's have a look. If we put what we start here on the 2nd line there of the top one, top stave, we just, and that's on the G. I don't know if you remember, if you know every good boy deserves fruit on these lines. Take that, squiggle it round, up, down, little bobble on the end, okay? Treble, high notes, wrote here. And it's from here, middle C, upwards. Bass, this is called the F clef. Let's just write that in, F clef. And that's called a G clef. Okay, I should have wrote it the other side, never mind. Now, if you put a bass clef in, you want to come down to the 2nd line